Oh, hey there. Just trying to get some writing done on my off day here. Listening to a little
David
Collins. 30 minutes.
Reality
Show with
David
Collins.
One of the most common pieces of advice that we've been getting is that even if you're not booked on a show, it's great to show your face.
The more you're in front of the eyes of the bookers and the clubs and networking and making relationships, usually that'll kind of create a trend.
You know, it's so funny. It's like the deeper I get into it and the more, you know, I've seen the world of comedy and the business of it change and stuff. It's almost like being funny is less and less important.
Networking, like I mentioned with Donnie before, is going to be hanging out with those guys after the shows, introducing yourself before them, showing up and being like, hey, I'm part of this scene.
You know, also it's like comics are so weird, so it's like if you can literally look someone in the eye and shake their hand and like remember their name, it's like, wow, like we've got a real smooth operator back here, you know, like everyone's
Right.
kind of like so weird.
Being positive and creating those positive experiences with the community, with the clubs, that'll definitely, I'd say, yeah, give you points for sure.
Literally just saying thank you and stuff, helping out, picking up chairs, like whatever.
Being able to communicate with other comedians and just hang out with them, have a few drinks, riff some jokes.
But one thing I'm learning, all this on top of writing and creating other material can be a difficult task of its own.
David. Yo, DC, wake up.
Boy, what a weekend. Of course, we spent Saturday focused mostly on the live show. I was just focused on making sure that production was all set and we were all kind of ready for that. That's happening. It's going to be a successful show, of course.
What's
But
the
it's
venue?
going to be a great show. We have it so well planned out. There's going to be guests and prizes, and it's going to be a fantastic show.
Okay. All right. But that's what, February 9th? Is that right?
February 9th. It's just two
Super Bowl
Fridays.
weekend. Go
Right.
go hang with David Collins and the boys.
Be an exciting weekend. Everybody will have fun Friday through Sunday.
Yes.
Super Bowl pre-show, as they call it.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, I went over to the Comedy Bar, watched Todd Basinger hosting the show, Dan McCullough featured, for Alan William Strickland, a very funny comedian.
Driver's side windows busted out. It's real fucking charming. All right, you guys ready for your next topic of the night? This next guy's a really good friend of mine, all the way from Dubuque, Iowa. Give it up for Dan McCullough! For Todd, everybody. Give it up for Todd.
Hey, Todd, I weigh 1,250 pounds.
A lot of fun. It was a great show, too. We get to experience some things behind stage, get to spend time with everybody there, and enjoy the show in full. Alan William Strickland, a fun guy. Not only funny, boy, this guy was funny, too. How many jokes does he have? A real joke writer, this Alan William Strickland.
Watch yourself. Comedy bar. Comedy succeeded. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, my name is Alex Williams. I'm going to tell you 55 jokes. Let's get right into it.
Of course, I'm drinking during the show. We're having a good time. We decide to go out to a bar in Dubuque, Iowa here, Oddfellows. Did a lot of drinking, a lot of substances, I'll say. It was a wild night, a lot of fun. And I'd say, for me at least, things got a little out of control.
You can't record me without making sense.
It's a reality show.
It is.
The next day, I am wiped. The last couple of days, I'm still recovering, I'd say. I'm still recovering. But I guess that's all for today. Feeling good, feeling positive. The difficulty is showing, though. We need to write a new 5 minutes this week. It's going to be tough, of course. We got to build this material as fast as possible.
My name is Vinny Paulino. I have been performing stand-up comedy. The first time I stepped on stage was 2001.
But when putting together material, how do you know when you need to cut something out, drop the joke, add more? For questions like that, I went to friend of the show Vinny Paulino for answers.
Currently, I am one of the club bookers for Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York. I handle all of the young talent and training MCs, running anything that we do with new talent.
Put your hands together for Mr. Zach Benissi. Give it up for him.
Knowing you the way that I know you, spending very little time with you, but watching you and seeing how you do things, I know your delivery is generally quicker than most people's. Like, you kind of keep things moving. But the thing that I would worry about with you is that you're a little too wordy. That maybe your setups are a little too long. You know.
Okay.
I know what you're all thinking. Who's this guy? A mustache salesman? In all reality, just crawled on me this morning. But seriously, folks, a little weird having a mustache.
Okay. A lot of stuff there. Let's just
The other
finish
day,
it.
some guy pulled over. He rolled down his window. He said, "Nice mustache." Didn't even comment on my dress.
Okay. I like that joke a lot.
Oh,
He didn't
great.
even comment on my dress. I like that joke. I think that's funny. Right. Like, I know what you're thinking. This guy's a mustache salesman. Fine. Open with that. I'm not. It is weird to have a mustache in 2024, though. I don't like the just crawled on my face today. I think that's lame. That's just like a throwaway little tease thing. It
Okay.
doesn't add anything. I'd much rather see someone with a sharp, tight 3 minutes, because I know they could write another 2 pretty quick. Now, if you could figure out the formula of how to write things that are sharp and funny, because I see what your style is now. Your style is more setup punch, not one-liners, but it's more of a setup punch and non sequiturs. You're not storytelling.
Finally, Vinny got to the point, and he gave me a great writing exercise to work on.
The next thing I would do is, as you're writing material, this is not mine. This is an exercise I learned from a book called The Comedy Writer's Workbook. It was written by a guy named Gene Perrette, and Gene passed away, I think, last year. He was one of the writers for Carson back in the day.
Right.
And it's a cool book. So you sit down and you take a piece of paper and you make columns. Who, what, where, who, what, where, and catchphrases, I believe, are the 4. So what you do is you take those and you just make lists, David. You're not writing jokes.
Oh, I love a good list.
Yeah, you're making a list of everything that you would imagine in a Starbucks. Who is in a Starbucks? Soccer moms, businessmen, impatient people waiting for their coffee,
White
people who
college
don't know how to
students.
order. Yeah, white college students, people who don't know how to order the dumb stuff. Then you have the baristas, then you have like the new barista, and you just make a list of everyone you could think of that would be in there.
Right.
Then what you do is you flip the paper over, you do the same categories, but you write the opposites. What are the things you would never ever, who would you never ever see in a Starbucks? What would there never be serving? Big Macs, like whatever it is, whatever the opposites are of those categories, you start writing them out. And as you start doing that, what's going to happen is your brain is going to start firing ideas, and it's insane and it's like magic, but it works.
So we're going to be trying some of those jokes out and hopefully using this writing exercise in the future to get some new material, or maybe even bolster up some existing material. Continue this grind, and we have the live show coming up at the end of the week. A little nervous for that, but it should be a great show, and of course, we'll be able to get some behind-the-scenes footage here, so really looking forward to all of that. At Monk's tonight, I hosted again at Monk's under the comedy venue. Again, the name of the show eludes me sometime, but
First riff did not work. That's okay. Todd said he has a word that makes him laugh every time somebody says it, so
I thought it'd be a great opportunity to run through some material that we like to add into world news. That way I'm not doing it for the first time at this live show.
How about this halftime show? You guys see the Super Bowl's coming up. I heard the halftime show this year is Taylor Swift dancing to the halftime show. This is great. I've always wondered what it's like to do comedy in a subway. Yeah.
A great spot, a rowdy bar show.
I think you just come back, you smell like a bonfire. It's ridiculous. And it lasts on you forever. It's like in high school, the neighbor's house burned down, these kids smell like smoked grandma for weeks.
Today is Wednesday, and we went over to the Gold Room.
Getting older. Not too old, but I'm feeling older. I'm at that age now where I can't make wishes on my eyelashes anymore because they might be nose hairs.
Happy Wren's Day, everybody. Jeremy Renner.
And one of the first ones I was with was actually an amputee. She had no legs. Sex was fucking amazing. It wasn't much work. I didn't have to hold her legs up or anything.
Thursday, I just got back from the comedy bar. Boy, what a great show, too. We had a lot of comedians there tonight. So many comedians.
You're a substitute teacher.
Yeah. He's trying to be the principal. Look, dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Me and my buddy were writing poetry about it and passing the notebook back and forth for like 6 hours on Adderall.
But we went through those world news jokes, including those Jewish tunnels. How about these Jewish tunnels, huh?
How about these Jewish tunnels? You hear about these Jewish tunnels? Took a while to get to the bottom of this. We didn't know it was happening for a while. Turns out it was just a competitive game of Dreidel.
So we tried some of those. Those will go well on the live show. I guess now that we've worked them out a little bit. Pretty successful. It's just a heavy week there with writing, working on the reality show, and then this upcoming live show. You can imagine, especially Jerry still has COVID right now. Apparently it's developed into long COVID. Really hoping that goes well. A little nervous about it, but we have the show planned and the comedians involved are very talented, so maybe I won't even have to work that hard.
Different. Let's do it different. Oh, it's a good thing he walked in now.
You guys getting warmed up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're getting warmed up. I would say we're getting warmed up.
We're warmed up. We're just being our racist selves.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show. I'm your host, David Collins, and this is our first David Collins 30-minute half-hour live show. Very exciting. We got a great show planned for you. A lot of comedians here, a lot of guests, a lot of segments to get through. A quick warning, we did tease, as promoting this in some other shows, we teased a little bit that there was going to be a fake gun at some point involved with the show. I wanted to let everybody know there is not going to be a fake gun involved in the show at any point in time, so if you do see a gun, please let somebody know that is a real gun.
Of course, the live show comes out. We have to produce and create that. We had audio issues. We had video issues. I have to meet up with Jerry. We have to go through that process.
Lastly, we've been promoting and recording David Collins' 30-minute half-hour reality show. Have you been keeping up with this?
I'm not.
What did you win?
It was a wooden penis.
How? You have to explain, I think. You've kind of opened up a box here.
It was a keychain, absolute. It was a raffle. Yep.
A raffle for a wooden keychain penis.
There were very funny moments. There were weird audio issues where it would go through the audio and then all of a sudden it would skip 45 seconds. There would be no gap in the audio. It would just skip 45 seconds. So you have to cut the audio, you have to move it up to where it matches with the video again, and you have this whole issue.
Awesome. What do you got?
Can I do it?
Yeah.
You wanted to hand the money to the prostitute? Something like that, right? Yeah!
But the live show went well.
Anyway, that's about to wrap up our show. Did everybody enjoy David Collins' 30-minute half-hour live show? Well, that's great. Let's go ahead and dim those lights. We're going to jump right into a bit of stand-up comedy. I'm going to be bringing on a few guests.
I was waiting for you to laugh, and you did. I did my job. And we're sitting on a likely autistic kid's desk who goes by David Collins. And on that desk, there's forceps and a magnifying glass. And ever so often, David takes the forceps and removes one of the ants. and then uses the magnifying glass to burn that ant alive in front of its friends, just to see how they react. This was more of a social experience than a comedy show, really.
David, we did it! Hell yeah. We did it, David!
We get the live show put out. We get a positive reaction, so I was very happy about that.
1 star went on 2/9/24 for the David Collins 30-minute half-hour show. We were thoroughly disappointed. We didn't really find any of it funny. We didn't laugh at all for the second stand-up and ended up walking out. The tipping point was when someone started smoking behind us. So, sounds like a great show, I think, even by that review. Anyway.
We get to focus back down now on writing material and getting ready for the upcoming shows of the week. And with the live show over, I found myself being able to enjoy this stand-up comedy a lot more.
I'm at the cash register at the McDonald's. I get 3 McDoubles, so things are going well for me. I get 3 McDoubles. The guy says, for $1, you can get 1 more. Does this guy want a promotion or something? When they start upselling at McDonald's?
Finally going off notebook with a lot of these sets, doing a real tight 5 minutes, I think, if you ask me.
It's always guys, too, that say nice mustache. None of the ladies that say nice mustache. And I think that's a good idea. My natural response is always, thanks, you too. You guys ever been slapped by a woman in public? Not me. My mom always taught me to swing first.
And I'm finding myself spending more time with Todd Basinger and Brody Tupi and some other of the comedians around this area, just hanging out.
Bad habits in one way or another. Checking my list. That is a bingo. Now that is bingo 3. So we've got 1 bingo left in round 3.
We get to hang out before and after shows and have a good time.
Come on, Brody.
Let's go, Brody.
Oh, come on.
I see it on video.
Maybe. David? Well, I kind of missed it. I was looking at the time.
Winner.
And everybody knows that I'm a fan of a great prank, and we get to pull off plenty of those.
So we just sent Troy to go look for his phone outside so we can get out of here. But I got his phone right here. Oh, someone's calling it. Someone's calling it right now. They hung up. It's all Troy's phone. It's all Troy's phone.
Okay. We've got 4 comics left, guys. Let's keep it going here. Next up to the stage, the very busy boy. Another local comedy guy. You should follow this page. It's put together for Dave Grant.
I love a good prank.
We love a good prank.
We gotta love a good prank.
Of course, nothing in this scene lasts long, though. It seems things are constantly changing here, with venues closing and people leaving.
My name is Tyler Meyerhoff, and I've been doing comedy for 5 years now.
Unfortunately, the live show would be the last time that I'd be stepping into the Lucky Cat, as it would be closing midway through the month.
It could just be a sidestep too. She still plans on doing stuff with another brewery in Cedar Rapids. Yeah, so the Lucky Cat should stay alive to a certain extent. It's just kind of the physical building that they're in right now is kind of shutting down. So, yeah, Haley's a gem, man. She was a blessing for the Cedar Rapids area for comedy, for sure.
According to Tyler Meyerhoff, though, this wasn't too uncommon of a situation.
So Penguin shut down during the pandemic, and then they had a lot of in-house issues during that time, so they never reopened. And then after the pandemic, the Grey Goose was a bar down the road. They started doing a mic for a little while. Right. And then Through Brewing came along and started doing comedy out of their brewery. And then eventually that morphed into the Lucky Cat Comedy Club, and that kind of took over for Cedar Rapids for a good long time.
Too bad this Eastern Iowa comedy scene wasn't only seeing the loss of one venue.
My name is Gehrig Monday. I am the GM of Comedy Bar Dubuque, as well as assistant manager up in Comedy Bar Chicago as well.
I've heard rumors that this place will be closed in the summer. Is that accurate?
We're thinking about being seasonal just because of the college scene out here. That's a big pull for us. We'll see. It's always in developments, and clubs are doing that. I know Lucky Cat closed, but there's some other clubs I've heard around here that have also been thinking about going seasonal, or maybe not me, but our ownership has heard about going seasonal. So we're just kind of seeing what the trends are around here, and then we'll kind of decide.
That meant that I would only have a couple more weeks to enjoy this great venue.
How we doing, Dubuque?
Let's give it a go. My name is Leslie. But get this, I'm the only female comedian that you're going to see here tonight. The only lady, and you would think that that's sad, but that's not nearly as sad as, even though I'm the only woman that you'll have on stage tonight, still, smallest tits. Smallest tits.
Hey, dude, give it up for your guys' fucking John Stamos. Let him hear it. He got bit by a river otter. He got mercury poisoning when he was a kid. So he's here. Yeah, now I'm here. Everybody's gone, and I'm glad, because I think I had food poisoning.
Boy, what a great day. Isn't the weather so beautiful, too? It's been a great week. What a great night for comedy. Thank you so much. My name's David Collins.
Give it up for Delicious, everybody. Don't trust any drink he gives you. Give it up for that last comic, Connor, man. Wasn't he good? Yeah, our Make-A-Wish is turning out real nice these days.
And at the same time that we're saying goodbye to the Comedy Bar, we're also saying goodbye to Tyler Meyerhoff.
Tyler Meyerhoff is being your bartender and your headliner this evening. When you close out, make sure you tip him nice. Tyler's moving to Austin, Texas. Very soon, he's moving down here to pursue comedy and probably get his movie film career because they have all the Amber Alerts in Austin. So get that going and become, maybe he might be like a street hero or some shit.
Yeah, I can see the tattoos. I know. Hell yeah, brother. We're having fun. We're having fun. I recently turned 30. I turned 30 on Monday. Not a fan, you know. Should have went at 27. Could have been a legend. Decided to stick around, but I'm just gonna go down there, get a job. I made friends with some of the people at the Creek and the Cave when I volunteered for Skankfest last year. And so I'm gonna link up with those guys, maybe try and get a door guy job or something at that club, or maybe even Rogan's club. You know, I mean, I can dream big, you know?
He's going to be going off and joining so many other people who have left Iowa to try comedy somewhere else.
Trent Norris is down in Austin. Jamal Zillow, I don't remember how to say his last name. Cooper Patterson is in Dallas. Jameson Cox, yeah, he went out to New York. I hope he's doing well. Ryan Graham, yeah, he was the first one I knew to leave the state to try and do comedy somewhere else.
For him, Austin, Texas.
I think it's good. I think if you stay in your hometown, no matter where that is, you don't grow to your full potential until you kind of leave the nest, you know? I tried 2 years ago to move to Louisville to try and start over again there, and life didn't exactly go my way, so I wound up back in Iowa, which was okay. And I turned 30 recently, and I just feel like it's time to start fresh and head into the 30s with a different attitude, a new game plan kind of thing. All right, thank you guys. I know this place is closing, and I'm also moving to Texas, so I just want to take a second to thank the Comedy Bar and everyone involved, and all of you for coming out and supporting. This place has been amazing. The Dubuque comedy scene is amazing. Please keep supporting no matter what they do. And thank you guys. Have a good night.
Fandango.
We should have stopped at the take your time stop.
Luckily for me, those aren't anywhere near the only comedy venues around here.
We're in Janesville, Wisconsin, at the Comedy Cabin. The open mic.
Yeah.
Because every
And that
club in
doesn't count
Iowa is
if I-
closing down.
The Comedy Cabin is a very highly talked about comedy club in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Going up to Wisconsin, though, I know Janesville has a really good club called the Comedy Cabin.
It's good to be here. I've always wanted to do comedy in my friend's parents' basement, so this is great. Very happy to be here in Janesville tonight. I love Janesville. Boy, what a great place to be.
Once a month, they host an open mic.
What happened tonight, Troy?
I don't know. I thought it was a prank. I thought you guys were pulling a prank on me, David. Fucking nobody laugh, and see what he does. I look up, the timer's not going, nobody's laughing. I'm like, yeah. Hello, Wisconsin! Just one question. Is there any fucking fibs out there? No? Oh, I'm from Illinois. I thought you guys think that was funny. Anyway, I woke up and she comes walking in. She goes, "You pissed the bed, idiot." I said, "No, I didn't." She goes, "Why do you think you're all wet?" I said, "Because I'm all sweaty." She goes, "Oh, fuck, I just looked at the time and it's not running." It was a big,
They were waiting for you to start.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a big nothing burger tonight.
Where are we?
Janesville, Wisco, at the Comedy Cabin.
It's really interesting going up to the Comedy Cabin for the first time. You have a wide variety of comedians that you never see down in Iowa.
Keep it going for your host, everybody.
What's up, homies? Good to see you. Good to be with you tonight.
I have a hard time getting friends to help me move, much less vibrate my butthole to victory. Don't clap. If half of you don't know who I am, then that says a lot about that 9 years.
So my friends didn't believe he existed until one day he picks me up at school and he shows up in a red convertible.
I am a twice divorced single mom.
Yeah, that's exactly how I thought about it.
Woo! Yeah, my dead grandmas, hell yeah! Dead grandmas. Isn't that fun?
One thing about this show, as many people as there were there, still it felt like most of them were comedians, and as the show went, so did the comedians. So when it came to my set, I'm not too sure if I was frustrated or if it was just something that I was gonna say anyway, but I have been thinking, what's one of the most offensive things that I could possibly say while on stage? And we definitely tried to do that tonight.
Well, I haven't been sleeping well. I think it's because of my substance abuse. I'm either so drunk I fell asleep with the lights on, or I'm so high I keep getting up to make sure they're off. Strap in, folks! Controversial opinion here about Taylor Swift. I don't even think Taylor Swift is that hot. If Taylor Swift is walking down a dark alley, I would need to rape her. If Taylor Swift was passed out drunk in my friend's room, I wouldn't even touch her. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. Not even that hot.
Frankly, I'm offended anybody laughed. Not sure if that will ever come up again, although it wasn't too bad of a set overall beyond that moment.
Boy, isn't it nice? It's too bad the weather has changed there, but we had a great week and still a great night for comedy there. What a great crowd. Thank you so much. My name's David Collins, everybody.
But we've been doing well. It's the end of February now, so we're moving things along, getting booked on some shows for the spring and summer, so really looking forward to that. Definitely a successful week here.
On the next exciting episode of David Collins. 30 minutes. Reality. Show with David Collins.
There you go. That one's good. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that one's good. That is good.
I tried to get casted. It was for the role of man, 25 to 40. They said, Ben, that doesn't really seem like you.
No, I would put boy, 14 to 18.
Oh, thanks.
I would throw Jacob Downey in there too, just to kill him, just for the fun of it, just because.
I've also seen Robert's pipe fall out on stage.
I have too. Nice piece on it.
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
You didn't bring as much as you usually bring.
I'm just coloring. Making a look over here like I don't know.
Are you still working on the way or
Yeah. But you know who I just absolutely would love to see get hit by a bus? Michelle Royal. Michelle's just into oblivion. I'll go to hell. Oh, yeah, you have just to enjoy that laugh.
Deep history there, don't you?
She stole $6,000 from her bar.
That's what I thought.
Dave Collins has got you trans bashing on camera.